Hello students, this is Ejaz Maths Academy. Today we have to study electrical power. Okay, we are studying the chapter electricity and electricity. In electricity today we have to study electrical power. So today's topic is electrical power. Can we say that electricity has power? What is the proof that electricity has power, and what is power? In the ninth standard we studied the definition that power is the rate of doing work. Power is defined as work done per unit time. So what is the definition of power? Power is work upon time. So if an object can do work in a particular time interval, we say that the object has power. If suppose a powerful person, a powerful man comes and he has a fan in his hand and he waves the fan and gives you air. Okay, you are sweating in the summer season and a powerful person comes and waves the fan, waves, waves the fan to give you air. How long can he give air to you? How long can he wave the fan for you? For half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours at the most. Then the person will get tired because he has limited power. But electricity, if you use a table fan or a ceiling fan or the fan of a cooler or an AC, then you can use it for a very long duration of time. So electricity has greater power than human beings have. So electricity can do work. Electricity, the fan can give you air. And what is work? Force into displacement. So electricity can do work, therefore electricity has power, in short. So what is power? We studied in the ninth standard. Power is defined as the rate of doing work, and in physics what is rate? Divided by time. So power is defined as the rate of doing work. Power is work done by per unit time. So power is work upon time. Understood? Now in the previous lecture we studied potential difference is defined as the work done to move a unit positive charge from one point to another point. Then we said V into Q is equal to W. Then we said as per Ohm's law V is equal to IR, and by definition electric current I is charge divided by time, therefore Q is equal to I into T. So we wrote I into T here, and that was W. Work done. Work was equal to I into I became I square, and this was R and T. So work is equal to I square R T, and instead of work we wrote heat is equal to I square R T. Why? Because work done by the charges in the electrical wire is converted into heat. SI unit of work is joule, and SI unit of heat energy also is joule. So instead of work we wrote joule heat, and that gave us Joule's law of heating effect of electric current, that heat produced in a conductor of resistance R when a current I flows through it for time t. That heat is directly proportional to what is Joule's law of heating effect of electric current. Heat produced is directly proportional to square of current. Heat produced is directly proportional to resistance of the conductor, and heat produced is directly proportional to time for which the current flows. I will ask you a horse question. Here we have a bulb, and here we have another bulb. Both are connected in series. This bulb has resistance R1 and this bulb has resistance R2. Let us suppose the resistance of bulb R1. This is bulb 1, B1, and this is bulb 2. Let us suppose the resistance of bulb 1 is greater than the resistance of bulb 2. Which bulb will glow brighter? Which bulb will glow brighter, and why? This is higher order thinking skills. Horse question. Okay, you will send me the reply on WhatsApp. If you can't send, if you are not able to find the answer to it, then I will send the reply to you. So today's topic is power is equal to work upon time. So what is work? I square RT. Work is equal to I square RT. What is I? The current flowing through the conductor. What is R? The resistance of the conductor. And what is T? Time for which the current flows. Time for which the current flows. And this is divided by time. And here we have power. This T and T will get cancelled. So it is P is equal to I square R. It can be written as P is equal to I into IR. I square can be written as I into I. Okay, understood? It is I into I. So power will be I into R. What is I into R? V. Since Ohm's law is V is directly proportional to I. Therefore, V is equal to I into R. R into I. So what is the formula for power? Electrical power is the product of current and voltage. So electrical power is equal to current multiplied by potential difference. See, voltage is a informal word. Voltage is an informal word. Okay, that's why we generally don't use the word voltage. It is correct, but that is informal. In day-to-day life, we can use the word voltage. But as far as formal science is concerned, we should use the word potential difference. So power is current into voltage, but we will say power is equal to current into potential difference. Understood? Now see, we can modify this formula. See here. Power is equal to current into voltage. You can remember it by remembering the reverse code. Very important person. Reverse VIP. Very important person. In the reverse order, VIP. So, power is equal to current into voltage. Now see, as per Ohm's law, Ohm said V is directly proportional to I. If you increase the voltage, the current will increase if the resistance remains constant. So, V is equal to constant into I. V is equal to R into I. So what can you write instead of I here? You can write V by R is equal to I. So instead of I, we can put V by R. So I will write power is equal to, instead of I am writing V by R into this V. So it becomes power is equal to V square by R. Now, do you know that the voltage supplied to your house by Koradi power station, thermal power station at Koradi, and the power supplied, the voltage supplied to my house by Koradi power station is the same. Suppose in your house you have two bulbs. You have two bulbs in your house. Okay, what should be the SI unit of power? What is the SI unit of power? I am going to erase it because we studied this in the previous lecture. So what is the SI unit of power? What is the SI unit of power? Power here, it is watt. SI unit of power is watt, in the honor of James Watt. Work is joule and time is second. Unit of power is equal to unit of work upon unit of time. So watt is equal to joule upon second. If I multiply and divide by 1, it becomes 1. Now, how much is 1 watt? If you are asked, define 1 watt, what will you say? One foolish person who created difficulties for us by inventing the steam engine? No. 1 watt. If 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, if 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, then the power of the machine will be, then the power of the device will be 1 watt. But remember, watt is a very small unit. We use a large amount of electrical power in our house. That's why power is measured in kilowatt, because we use very high power. So 1 kilowatt 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt, and you know in the Greek language, kilo is 1000, kiloliter, kilometer, kilogram, kilo is always 1000. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Understood? And 1 megawatt is 10,000 watt, or we can write it as 10 raised to power 6 watt, and here it will be 10 raised to power 3 watt. Megawatt. And gigawatt is never used generally, because electricity, power stations generate electricity in megawatts generally. So kilowatt is 1000 watt and megawatt is 10 lakh watt. So what is the SI unit of power? Watt. Now see, there are two bulbs. Question for you, or later I will answer the question. Since V is equal to I into R. So you have two bulbs. There are two bulbs. One is 40 watt bulb, or let me write 25 watt bulb, and there is another 45 watt bulb. Which bulb has more resistance? Which bulb has more resistance? There are two bulbs. One is 25 watt bulb, and there is another bulb which has power 75 watt. So which bulb will have more resistance? Now see, voltage is the same in your house and my house. Power is equal to, how much is the value of voltage in your house and my house? 220 square. And what is the relation between power and resistance? Power is inversely proportional to resistance, because voltage is constant. Because voltage is constant. You are using the same voltage, I am using the same voltage. These two bulbs will be connected to the same voltage source. If these two bulbs are connected in the same house, or in the same village, or in the same city, then they will receive the same voltage. So what is the relation between power and resistance? Inversely proportional. So 25 watt bulb has more resistance. 25 watt bulb has more resistance. 25 watt bulb has more resistance. Be careful while answering such a question. This question is asked in MCQs in the exercise at the end of this chapter. So, a similar question is asked in the textbook in the exercise. Alright, let us now move further. I will erase this HOTS question. You have to answer this question. I am going to erase it. Let us solve numerical questions on power. SI unit of power is watt, SI unit of work is joule, SI unit of time is second. So how much is 1 watt? If 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, the power is called 1 watt power. Okay. And in electricity, power is generally measured in kilowatt, because we use more and more power. Now see, another thing. Power is work upon time, you know. Therefore, work is equal to power into time. Work done by electricity, what is the SI unit of work? Joule. And what is the SI unit of energy? Joule. So instead of work, we can write joule here. We can write energy here. Energy. And which energy are we talking about in this chapter? It's electrical energy is equal to power into time. Now, as per SI units, power should be measured in watt. The SI unit of power is watt. SI is System International. In the entire world, power is measured in watt. But we use a greater quantity of power, so we measure power in kilowatt. See, 1 unit. 1 unit of electrical energy is equal to unit of power into unit of time. So commercial unit of electrical energy is equal to commercial unit of power into commercial unit of time. So 1 unit of electrical energy is equal to unit of power into unit of time. So what is the unit of electrical energy? SI unit should be joule. So instead of 1 I will write here commercial. Commercial unit of electrical energy is equal to commercial unit of power, and here it is commercial unit of time. Business. Generating and supplying electricity is a business. Do you know? So commercial unit of electrical energy, commercial unit of electrical energy is equal to commercial unit of power is kilowatt. Remember, they measure electricity in kilowatt, multiplied by commercial unit of time. SI unit of time is seconds, but these MSEB, SNDL, Spanco company people measure electricity in time in hour. They measure electricity in hour. If you are using, now see, commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. So it is, if you are using a 1 kilowatt machine for 1 hour, if you are using suppose a mixer grinder, if you are using a mixer grinder in your kitchen, so and nowadays almost everything has power ratings written on it, printed on it. Everything has power given on it. So you have purchased a mixer grinder, and on the mixer grinder it's printed that the power consumed by the electric mixer grinder is 1 kilowatt. And if you use that mixer grinder continuously, we should not use it actually continuously, but suppose you are using it continuously for 1 hour, then how much electricity have you consumed? Has it consumed, in fact? So 1 kilowatt hour used for 1 hour will be 1 into 1 will be 1. And what will it be? Kilowatt into hour. And kilowatt into hour is called unit. So how many units of electricity have you consumed? 1 unit of electricity. You have consumed 1 unit of electricity. 1 unit. And how much bill will you receive? Nowadays I think cost of per unit is I think 5 or 7 rupees per unit. So you will receive a bill of, let us suppose, 7 rupees. If you are using a mixer grinder for 1 hour continuously, the electricity bill will be 7 rupees. If the rate is 7 rupees per unit. Understood? We will solve some numerical questions based on it. Then we will convert commercial unit into SI unit. Let us see. We will solve a numerical question and see what the question is. An electric refrigerator rated 400 watts. An electric refrigerator rated 400 watts. Rated means its power is 400 watts. An electric refrigerator rated 400 watts operates for 8 hours per day. Operates for 8 hours per day. So the refrigerator remains switched on for 8 hours every day. What is the cost of using energy? What is the cost of the energy? What is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days, at the rate of rupees 7 per unit. Suppose you have purchased a new refrigerator, and on the refrigerator it is printed. Remember, on every electrical gadget, on every electrical device, power consumed by it is always printed. So on the refrigerator it is written that it consumes a power of 400 watt, and you use the refrigerator for 8 hours per day, then you switch it off. After 8 hours you switch it off. Let us suppose, or there is power failure every day, load shedding. What is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days at the rate of rupees 7 per unit? Let's solve it. Solution. Such numerical questions may come in the exam. See how we will solve it. Let us first write down the Jivan Data. The given data. What is given? Power. Power is 400 watt. But MSEB measured electricity. What is the commercial unit of power? Commercial is used by MSEB, Maharashtra State Electricity Board, or SNDL. I don't know the full form of SNDL. It is PANCO something. SNDL. MSEB or SNDL. Commercial unit of power is kilowatt. So whenever power is given to you, in such numerical questions you should convert power into kilowatt. So how much will it be? 400 divided by 1000 kilowatt. You have multiplied it by kilo and divided it by 1000. So that's one and the same thing. So you are converting it into kilowatt, and whenever we want to convert watt into kilowatt, we divide by 1000. So these two zeros will get cancelled, and it is 4 by 10. 4 by 10 kilowatt, and that will be 0.4 kilowatt. Time is 8 hours per day. 8 hours per day into, you are using it for 30 days. Sometimes in such numerical questions, instead of giving the exact number of days, they may say find the electricity bill for the month of May, and you remember, you know that the month of May has 31 days, and they may ask find the electricity bill for the month of April. So you must know that there are 30 days in April. So it's 8 hours per day into 30 days. 30 days. Day will get cancelled. 8 3s are 24, so it will be 240 hours. So how much total time is for how much total time are we using the refrigerator? 240 hours. Okay. Now see, power is work upon time. Therefore work is PT Usha, power into time. Instead of work we write electrical energy. Instead of work we write electrical energy. And power, how much power is used? 0.4 kilowatt. Power should always be measured in kilowatt only in such numerical questions where we have to calculate the electricity bill. So it is 0.4 kilowatt multiplied by 240 hours. So multiply the number by a number and put both the units separately. Kilowatt into hour. So how much will it be? 0.4 into 240. This will give you units of electrical energy. 0.4 means let it be 4 into 24 will be, and this kilowatt hour can be written as units. 4 4s are 16, carry 1, 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9. 96 units. How many units have you consumed? 96 units. And what is the rate of 1 unit? So electricity bill will be 7 rupees per unit multiplied by 96 units. 7 6 are 42, carry 4, 7 9 are 63 plus 4 67. So it will be 672 rupees for 30 days. What will be the electricity bill for 30 days? 672 rupees for 30 days. If the rate of 1 unit is 7 rupees, and if it is 5 rupees, then the electricity bill will have some other value, less value than this one. Understood? Okay, let us solve another question. We will solve another question of this similar type or of different type. I will give you a question for homework. A question for homework of similar type. Question. I will make a question like this. A washing machine of power rating 300 watts is used for 2 hours per day in the month of May. Find the number of units consumed. Find the number of units consumed and the cost of using electricity in the month of May. This is the question for you. You will solve it at home and you will send it to me. Okay. And now another type of question. The question is, an electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. This is homework. Now here, an electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.5 amperes. The current is 0.5 amperes. We will solve many such numericals. I will give you many such numericals as an assignment. What is the power of the bulb? What is the power of the bulb? It's a very easy question. You can easily solve it. Solution. Given voltage is given. How much is the voltage? 220. And how much is the current? 0.5 ampere. And we have to calculate power. Power is equal to question mark. What is the formula? Power is equal to current multiplied by voltage. Reverse VIP. So power is equal to current is 0.5 ampere into voltage is 220 volt. So multiplying these two values we get 110. And what is the SI unit of power? Watt. Remember one thing. If you are using the symbol for watt, use capital W. And if you are writing the full spelling, then use small w. Because I have already told you that if a unit is named after a scientist, and if we are writing the complete spelling of the unit named after a scientist, then we should not follow the rules of English grammar. Watt will be small W-A-T-T, watt. Joule will be small J-O-U-L-E, joule, if we are writing complete spelling. Ampere will be small A-M-P-E-R-E, ampere, and etc. so on. So power will be 110 watts. Write the answer in words also. Sometimes they give a half mark for answering words. Understood this question? Now let us try to find out the relation between commercial unit and SI unit. commercial unit and SI unit. Relation between commercial unit and SI unit of electrical energy. See, we know power is equal to work upon time, therefore work will be power into time. Work, instead of work we write electrical energy, and here we write 1 unit of electrical energy is 1 kilowatt into 1 hour. In commercial, 1 unit of electrical energy in commercial unit, so it is 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour. So 1 kilo is 1000 watt into 1 hour. How much? What is the SI unit of time? SI unit of time is seconds. If Albert Einstein makes a phone call to you and he says, "Excuse me, I want to talk to your dad. Would you please call him?" You'll say, "Yes, Mr. Einstein, just wait a minute, I will call him." What will Einstein do? He will put the phone he will put the receiver of the phone on the phone, because you have not used the SI unit. What should have you said? You should have said, "Mr. Einstein, just wait for 60 seconds. What should have you said? "Mr. Einstein, wait for 60 seconds. Not 1 minute, because SI unit of time is seconds. So how many seconds will be 1 hour? 3600 seconds. In 1 hour, there are 3600 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. We know it. Seconds. Now 1000, this is 1000 multiplied by 3600 and unit multiplied by unit. Watt into second. How much will it be? 3612123 watt into second. Now let us talk about SI unit. Power is equal to work upon time. Therefore, power into time is equal to work in SI units. Power is watt into time is second, and work is joule. So what does it tell us? Watt into second is always joule in SI units. So it will be 361235 joules. 1 unit of electrical energy in commercial unit. So it will be joules. So we can write 1 unit of electrical energy in commercial unit is equal to 361235 joules. Units of SI units or joules. That is SI unit. 36 lakh. If you want to remember it easily, it will be 36 lakh joules. 36 lakh joules. So 1 unit means 36 lakh joules. Now you probably might be knowing why we don't use the SI unit in measuring units of electricity. If suppose you have a mixer grinder having power 1 kilowatt and you are using it for 1 hour, how much will be the electricity bill? 1 unit. In commercial unit it will be 1 unit only. But suppose you have a mixer grinder having power 1 kilowatt. You are using it for 1 hour. how much will your electricity, how many units of electricity will be consumed? If you measure in commercial unit, it will be only 1 unit. But if you measure it in SI units, it will be 36 lakh joules. So it is such a heavy, large value. That's why we don't want such a large value. If a person suffering from some heart disease receives an electricity bill, what will happen? A person suffering from heart disease purchases a mixer grinder of power 1 kilowatt, and that person uses the mixer grinder for 1 hour, and after some time the electricity bill is sent to that person. The person will receive the electricity bill and say in SI units. If suppose the electricity bill is sent in SI units, what will happen? They will say, Mr. XYZ or Mrs. XYZ, you have consumed 36 lakh joules. The person will receive a heart attack and they will die. So that's why it is better to say Mr. XYZ or Mrs. XYZ, you have consumed only 1 unit of electricity. So they will feel happy and they will give them 7 rupees easily. But if they are said you have consumed 36 lakh joules, they will die of hearing such a large value. That's why SI unit is not used, this commercial unit is used, and this commercial unit is called BOTU. What is BOTU? Board of Trade Unit. BOTU is called Board of Trade Unit. Board of Trade Unit means commercial unit. Board of Trade Unit means commercial unit. Okay. So we will finish our today's lecture here. In the assignment which I will send you as a PDF, there will be around 10 numerical questions based on power, and there will be around 15 numericals on heat, Joule's law of heating effect of electric current. There will be around 10 to 15 numericals based on Ohm's law. There will be around 15 to 20 numerical questions based on series and parallel combinations of resistors. So overall there will be around 50 to 60 numerical questions in the PDF assignment. You will solve them and you will submit them to me. And if you find anything difficult, any numerical question difficult, you will send me the question. I will solve it on the small board which I have, and I will send you a small video of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes by solving your numerical question. Okay, and if you can solve, that's a very good thing. Here we will stop finish our lecture. Thank you.